Hey there, I'm Shelly and welcome back to the Vintage Hen and Chick. Today I'm joining a flipping frenzy collaboration with my friends from Sonnet's Creative Network membership group. We each swapped surprise items to upcycle, and my box came from Shyla Court at Decorizing Your Life. I'll be picking 3 items to transform using Dixie Belle chalk paint and IOD transfers. Let's jump in and see what I'm working with. All right, here's everything Shyla sent me. Look at this fun mix of pieces. I love that some of these things are totally random and really make me think outside the box. Take a good look and start guessing. Which 3 do you think I'll choose to flip today? For project 1, I chose this fluted metal baking pan. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably guessed this is going to be what I chose. I love the rusty crustiness of this baking pan, and I'm going to embellish it a little bit, but I still want that rust to show through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by using Dixie Belle's Mermaid Tail chalk paint, and I'm going to just 1 coat of paint to the baking pan. I don't want to cover it completely. I want to highlight that rust. So I'm just going to give it 1, not really light coat, kind of a medium coat. And then once the paint dries, then I'm going to come back and wet distress it so that way I can bring that rust back through and let it shine. So I'm going to give it the 1 coat of paint. I'll set it aside to dry, and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. So my coat of paint has dried, and now I'm just going to do some wet distressing to bring back some of that beautiful rust below the paint. And I'm just using my Mr. Bottle and a paper towel. You can use a baby wipe, you can use a wet rag, whatever works for you. So I'm just going to keep spritzing my cake pan and then using my paper towel to wipe off the paint so I can see that beautiful rust below the paint. And I'm just going to continue to do this until it looks the way I want it. So I am going to be applying a transfer to this metal pan, and because it's metal, I'm going to seal it first just to make sure that my transfer doesn't peel up any of the paint. And so I'm going to be using my Dixie Belle clear coat in the flat finish. I'm going to leave the lid or the base of this pan rusty like it is, but I am going to apply a top coat to it to seal that all in. So I'm going to seal the lid in, and I'm going to seal the pan in, and then I'm going to let that dry. And once that's completely dry, then we'll move on to the next step where I'm applying a transfer. I let my top coat dry really well on the cake pan, and now I'm going to be applying a transfer, and I chose a transfer out of the IOD Katarina transfer set. I just cut out the 1 transfer that I'm going to use, and I'm going to apply it to my metal pan. And because this pan is wavy, it's going to be a little bit trickier, but not hard at all. I'm going to start in the middle of a wave and then work from the middle out to the side and just kind of take it slow. So if you've never applied a transfer before, they're very easy. You peel off the transfer backing, you lay your transfer down on your project, and then you use the transfer tool that comes with all the transfer sets, and you rub it over the transfer. And then once you have it rubbed on, you start from one side of the transfer, work your way to the other side, and peel up that transfer sheet as you go. And so I'm going to continue to apply the transfer to the cake pan. Once it's done, I'm going to take the transfer vellum and I'm going to rub it over the transfer. And this is just burnishing in to make sure that there's no bubbles or wrinkles in my transfer. I want my transfer to look old and vintage just like the pan does. So I'm just taking my 220 grit sanding sponge and I'm distressing the transfer a little bit, just so it's not so bright and not so perfect looking. So my transfer needs to be sealed in, and so I'm just gonna go over the entire pan again with my Dixie Belle flat clear coat to get everything nice and sealed in. And then once it's sealed in, I'll set it aside to dry, and then this project is complete. All right, here's how that rusty fluted baking pan turned out. I wanted to keep some of that old rusty charm, but give it a fresh styled up look. And I think it really works. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you have left it as is or flipped it a different way? I love the way it turned out. For project 2, I have this wooden file holder, and I thought it looks a little boring and blah this way, but we can make it look cute. So I'm going to start out by using Dixie Belle Farmhouse Green. I'm going to give the entire file holder 2 coats of the Farmhouse Green just over the outside. I'm going to leave the inside as is. So 2 coats on all sides on the outside, including the bottom. And then I'll set it aside to dry in between each coat. Once I have 2 coats on, we'll come back and move on to the next step. So my 2 coats of paint have dried. I also used my orbital sander with some 220 grit sandpaper and distressed the edges a little bit around the whole thing. And now we're going to add just a little bit of dimension, and we're going to use the IOD Waltz stamp and the IOD mixing white ink. And I'm going to stamp the Waltz stamp all around the outside of the file holder. And so I'm just going to take my mixing white ink and ink up my stamp, and then I'm going to lay it down on the file holder. And when I'm using a stamp, I like to hold it down with one hand while I use my other hand to rub the rest of the stamp. And then once you have that done, you lift it up and you see that I have a perfect impression. Now I realized that the mixing white isn't very dark, and I didn't want it dark. I just wanted a very subtle backdrop to what I'm going to do next on this project. So I'm going to continue to ink up the file holder. I'm going to let that ink dry, and then we'll move on to the next step. So my ink has dried on my file holder, and now we're going to move on to the next step, and I'm going to be applying transfers to the outside of this box. And I'm going to be using transfers from the IOD Lost Garden transfer set. I love this transfer set because you can either do it as a full sheet because it has a continuing pattern, or you can cut it up and chunk it into pieces, whatever you want. It's very versatile. And what I did beforehand is I laid my file holder down on my transfer sheet and I traced out the outline of my file holder so I knew exactly what size I needed for each side of the holder box. And so I'm just laying the transfer down, and I'm using the transfer tool that comes with every transfer set, and I'm rubbing over the transfer. And then I'm just going to start lifting up the transfer from one side and working my way to the next. Once I have that transfer applied, I'm going to burnish it with my transfer vellum, rub that over the top of the transfer. You want to make sure that you don't have any bubbles or wrinkles in your transfer. So I'm going to continue to apply pieces of transfer all around the entire file holder box. And then once that's done, we'll move on to the next step. So my transfers and my paint both need to be sealed in, and so I'm going to give the entire file holder box one even coat of Sweet Pickins satin top coat. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of the top coat into a cup and then apply an even coat over the entire file holder box. We'll let that dry completely, and then this project will be done. And here's how that file holder box turned out. I love how it went from plain and tired to something with a whole new look. It's got that vintage feel now. Perfect for holding mail, papers, or just as a cute decor piece. Let me know in the comments, how would you style this in your home? For project 3 was this piece that was in my box from Shyla, and this is what looks like a cake pan and an upside down little gold vase piece that was attached together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out into my garage and I'm going to spray paint it black, so that way everything has one cohesive look, and the spray paint is also going to act as kind of a primer for my paint. And I'm going to start out by painting this with Dixie Belle's Briar Patch chalk paint. I'm going to give the entire piece 2 even coats to get everything covered up and looking nice. I painted it black for another reason also, to camouflage the inside of the vase, and that way it looks all cohesive once it's painted. So I'm going to continue to give this 2 even coats. I'll set it aside to dry in between each coat, and then we'll come back for the next step in this project. Everything has had 2 coats of paint. It's dried completely, and as you can see, it all looks like one complete piece now. The black spray paint worked as a nice primer and everything looks great. And now I'm going to add some transfers to the piece. I'm going to be using transfers from the IOD Redoubt 2 transfer set. So I cut out some pieces. I'm going to be layering the transfers. So I'm laying down the transfers first that I want to be in the background of my final image. And so applying transfers is very easy. You just lay them down, you rub them with the transfer tool that comes in the set, and then you start peeling back the transfer sheet. And you go from one side to the next, and you peel back that transfer sheet as you're rubbing with your transfer tool. Once your transfer is applied, take your transfer sheet or your fingers and burnish over the transfer to make sure that there's no bubbles or wrinkles in your transfer. So I'm going to continue to apply my transfers in the same way. Like I said, I'm layering them. So all the transfers that I want to see from behind the main transfers are getting applied first. So I'll continue to apply the transfers, and then you can watch while I play some music. So I have all my background transfers applied, and now I'm going to apply my main transfer in the center. And as you can see that there is that screw in the center of the top of this tray. And so I just kind of marked it with my finger, and then I took my scissors and cut out a hole where that screw's gonna be, so that way the transfer will go down nice. And we'll do something with that screw that's showing on the transfer in a little bit, so stay tuned. So now I'm going to camouflage that screw in the center of the tray, and I'm going to be using some Dixie Belle gold gilding wax. The center of that flower does have some yellow and gold color, so I thought the gold gilding wax would help to camouflage it in with the flower. So I'm just taking my gilding wax and painting the screw with the gilding wax, and I'm also going around the outside of the screw a little bit just to make sure everything blends in. Now it's time to seal everything up, and I'm going to be using my Dixie Belle Clear Coat Satin to do that. I'm going to seal the entire tray, the top, the bottom, the transfer, everything. So I'll give it one even coat, set it aside to dry, and then this project is complete. So here's how that cake pan and vase combo turned out. It was sent to me just like this, already stacked together, so I kept that idea and just gave it a fresh new look. I love the way it turned out. Let me know in the comments, would you have kept it as a riser too, or done something totally different? Thanks for watching today's Flippin' Frenzy collaboration video. Check out the playlist in the description to see all the other amazing creatives projects. And if you enjoyed this, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back next week with something new, so I'll see you then.